Hey, it's James here. Now, increasingly, podcasts are also about creating great video. And sometimes it's always practical to have a studio quality microphone with you when you're either recording a podcast on your own or maybe interviewing someone to camera as part of your show. So the RØDE Wireless Go II solves this problem because it provides really, I think, studio quality recording apparatus in a very scaled down form that can easily be attached to your camera, or you can even attach these to a smartphone or something like that, tablet. Makes it very, very portable and allows you to get great quality interview recordings when you're really on the go, hence the name RØDE Wireless Go. Now, we've been using the RØDE Wireless to do a lot of our videos like this. In fact, the microphone I'm talking to you right now is actually hooked up to one of the RØDE Wireless microphone packs. They're really simple to set up and use, so I thought we'd dive into the video today and give you some examples. Okay, so one of the things that I want to mention, first and foremost, what's the difference between the RØDE Wireless Go, which we've been using for several years, standard sort of transmitter and receiver setup, so you can wirelessly connect a microphone to a camera, and the RØDE Wireless Go II. Now, the main difference is, not only do you have two mic packs, which is really useful because the amount of times that we've been wanting to record two signals, we've had to circumvent the fact that the RØDE Wireless Go only has one, so you might either pair it with a second one and you use two cameras to record, which again means you've got two audio files to work with, so it kind of overcomplicates things. With this unit, you've got one receiver and two transmitters. These have both got microphones built into them, by the way, which is actually pretty good quality, or you can connect a lapel mic, either one of the RØDE lapel mics, such as I've got in front of me here, like the Lavalier 2, or the Lavalier Go, or an external microphone. For example, the one I'm connected to right now is a Sennheiser mic. All really great quality, completely up to you what you use. But they have mic inputs, like a 3.5mm jack on each of these transmitters. The other thing I like about the receiving end of things is you don't actually need to connect this up to a camera anymore. This has actually got memory built into it, which is fantastic and quite surprising considering, this thing is literally, well, it's so small you could easily lose it, let's put it that way. And you can store up to 7 hours of uncompressed, so WAV audio on this device, or if you're using compression, 24 hours of audio, which is more than enough for kind of a whole day's worth of filming or any long interview that you want to throw at it. This is pretty much unheard of because if you think about it, in my pocket now, I can put a two microphone setup with a recorder. It's all battery powered, and I can access the files from here using either my laptop or my smart device, phone, tablet. So never has technology been so compact that's allowed me to take stuff out on the field and interview people or record on the go or record to camera like I'm doing now. Really, really interesting concept. But what I wanted to do now is take these out and let's go and have an experiment, see how these sound in various different situations. Okay, so now I've switched to the RØDE Wireless Go II microphone, and as you can see, I've actually got it clipped directly to my top here. It's got a little clip on the back of it, and you can also see it's got the windshield attached. We're going to go outside and do some filming outside in a bit so you can see how it sounds when you're actually out in the open. But for now, anyway, I thought we'd test it out in our office because we've got a quite quiet environment here. There's not too much echo, and let's bring Jack in. Jack, how's it going?
Hi, yeah, I'm good, thanks.
So, Jack, for everyone out there who doesn't know, you've been in a few videos. Normally it's the guy making coffee in the background.
Normal kitchen noises that you might experience when you're recording your podcast.
tell everyone what you do.
Yeah, so I'm one of the videographers here. Work on radio.co, podcast.co, and then obviously this channel as well.
Yeah.
Mainly video and a lot of editing as well.
And so you've worked with a lot of, obviously, the RØDE products, when you're recording work, not only just for the stuff that we've been making, but also when we're working with clients as well. Generally, how do you find working with RØDE stuff when you're setting it up, and how does it work from a videographer's perspective?
Yeah, so one thing about RØDE is it's always very easy to use, including these.
Yep.
There was a bit of an issue setting them up, getting them registered and that, but once we got going, all good.
Yeah, I think the good thing about RØDE is that the usability of the products is always quite good, and what we found as well is, for example, the RØDEcast, this has been around for a few years, but these microphones, they all have firmware, so you can plug them into your computer and you can update to the latest version of the software, which makes things work better, and generally RØDE are really good at releasing updates and improvements. So I guess now what we should do is maybe go into a couple of different environments so you can get a feel of what these microphones sound like, perhaps in a non-ideal recording scenario. Okay, so now I thought we'd go into a less ideal recording environment. Jack, why is this such a bad place to film?
Yeah, I mean, it's not been used for 2 years.
Yeah, it's quite empty.
It's quite a big space.
Yeah.
And there's no soft furnishings in here at all.
No.
It's a hardwood floor.
Apart from that sofa.
Yes, apart from the one thing in shot. But yeah, it's empty, it's big, and it's quite echoey.
Yeah, a lot of echoes. And the other thing is we've got a building site right outside. So this is one of the reasons why we've not really used it much, is because the pandemics, a lot of us have been working from home. This is normally where our developers would sit, our technical teams. However, it's largely unused right now, which is sad, because it kind of looks like it's, I don't know, it's like from one of those films where everyone just deserts an office. However, thought you could kind of come in here and just give you a little example of what it's like, perhaps if you're recording an environment where there is a bit of an echo, there is some background noise, there's traffic going past, there's a building site over the road. So what do you think of the sound? Do you think these mics are doing a good job of eliminating that background noise? So, Jack, what do you think of the weather today?
Yeah, so the weather is pretty grim, it's quite grey.
Pretty standard for Manchester.
It is. It's also pretty noisy for Manchester.
Yeah.
Which is,
So this is one of the issues we always have when we're filming in the office. As you can see, we've got tramline outside. The other side of us, we've got buses going past. And it's quite noisy, so I'm curious to know, right now, there's a little bit of wind as well, how does this sound? Do you think these mics are doing a good job of picking up what we're saying? I'm trying not to shout too loud, but I'm trying to speak a little bit loudly. Again, like we always have these issues when we're filming inside, noisy, busy city centre locations, stuff going past, people shouting, all this kind of stuff. So, you know, it's a never-ending problem. Sometimes we actually have to pause filming and then restart when the commotion's gone. But it's kind of, as you can hear, it's kind of pretty much constant. So, really interested to see what you think of these microphones. Do you think they're doing a good job of like picking up what I'm saying and filtering out the background noise? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. So that was our quick review and introduction to the RØDE Wireless Go II. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Are you thinking about going out and purchasing one of these kits? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you've enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a big thumbs up. And remember to subscribe for more content like this.
Hey, wait, before you go, perhaps you're looking to start a podcast for your business. And did you know that most businesses make the same exact mistakes? Whenever we work with clients who are struggling to get their podcast off the ground, or they're not getting the traction that they deserve, it turns out that most of the time they're making the same mistakes. So what I've done is I've compiled a guide, which is called the 5-Step Business Podcast Checklist, which will show you exactly what you need to know to get your podcast up and running without making the same mistakes that most other people do. So you can download it for free at jamesm.com/podcast. That's jamesm.com/podcast. Go and grab your copy today.